that if spouses aren't happy, then service members are going to get out of the service sooner. So from a selfish standpoint, we want them to stay in longer. So we want you to be happy. But that's not really the right reason. We also want our spouses to be fulfilled. We want you to be able to work in the career choice that you have worked so hard to achieve. For all of the sacrifices that military spouses make, it is the right thing for us to come alongside and do everything we can to enable them to work in their chosen field. Last month, the President signed the National Defense Authorization Act, also called NDAA. And this new law authorizes a historic $738 billion in defense spending. The law allows the President to continue to rebuild our military, authorizing significant investment in our military service members and their families. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that are in that bill. Our troops, first of all, will get a long overdue pay raise of 3.1%, the largest raise in a decade. Also, the policy to reimburse for relicensing and recertification costs that you have when you have a permanent change of station doubles in the new bill. It's $500, now it's doubled to $1,000. So now it's $1,000. We're trying to put our money where our mouth is. We're trying to come alongside and help you where you need the help. We've improved the policy for spouses who are pursuing a degree or certification under the My Career Advancement account. Now, you cannot be made ineligible solely because your service member has been promoted to a higher grade. And military spouses can now, listen to this one, retain their state of residency for business purposes if you move out of the state as a result of a change of station. That is huge. We know that military spouses struggle to recertify their occupational licenses as they move. And on an average, you move every 2 to 3 years. Approximately 34% of military spouses work in fields that require a state license in order to practice. The Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, that's why we're so glad that he's here with us, is now authorized, this is really just amazing to me, he's now authorized to fund the creation of interstate compacts in order to improve license portability. You know, we talked about this on the plane coming. You know, states would say, well, we don't want to, recognize their out-of-state license because we make money when they apply for a new license. But I never quite understood that because I thought, okay, but if they're not working, they're not spending money in your state, they're not paying taxes, wouldn't it make sense just to let their license be accepted? But now, the Secretary of Defense is authorized to help fund this kind of compact. In the Trump administration, we've developed a deeper understanding of the challenges that Americans as a whole face if they have a profession that requires occupational licensing. And the President understands the need to cut red tape. Last October, President Trump announced the Governor's Initiative on Regulatory Innovation. This initiative, led by Vice President Pence, aims to cut regulations and costs, advance occupational licensing reform, and better align local, state, and federal regulations. So 2 weeks ago, I led a phone call with governors across the nation to discuss occupational licensing regulations. And I made it very clear to all of them that military spouses are disproportionately affected by occupational licensing requirements. We are encouraging states and territories to take immediate action to ensure that military spouses who accompany their spouse on a permanent change of station are not adversely affected by occupational licensing regulations. We're asking you to move. I try to say that to them. We didn't didn't say, oh, I'm sorry, you just decided after 2 years you want to move to Hawaii now, and then you want to move to Alaska, and then you want to move to North Carolina. We're asking you to move. So the least we can do is come alongside and help you find the employment that you want.